In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this Loomigurumi Maui inspired by Tsum Tsum. He is my original design, and of course, full credits go to Craft Muse for the basic Tsum Tsum body pattern. Yeah, so the materials. The materials you're going to need for him are, you're going to need some type of hook. I'm going to be using a rainbow loom hook. You could use a crochet hook or rainbow loom hook. You're also going to need a C-clip or a stitch marker to help you know when your run ends and starts. You're also going to need something for the eyes. I'm going to be using 2 pony beads. For the eyes, you can also use safety eyes or wrapped bands. And that's about all you're going to need. Oh, and you also need something to stuff them with. I'm going to be using polyfiber. Or if you don't have polyfiber, you can use anything soft, really. Napkins, tissues, cotton balls, toilet paper, even plastic bags would work. Anything really works to stuff him up. Yeah. And for the colors. So for the colors, you're going to need, of course, a type of skin tone. I'm using one of the skin tones in the Rainbow Loom Skin Tone Mix. You're also going to need some black for the hair and for some few stitches here in the body for his tattoos. You're also going to need a bit of white for the hook here and a bit of gold. If you don't have gold, you can also use yellow, which is perfectly fine as well. You're also going to need you're going to need 2 greens, a light green and a dark green. If you don't have a lighter or darker green, you can just use the same green. Looks good either way. But for the light green, I'm using neon green, and for the dark green, I'm just using the lime green. So those are all the colors you need. And yeah, ready to making his hook, and this is what it's gonna look like at the end when we're done making it, like this, and then we add it, it'll get its form. I don't have the hook written down, but I was able to remember it in my mind. So we're gonna start off by chaining 3 in gold. So you're gonna start by wrapping your gold or yellow band around your hook 3 times, and then you're gonna go ahead and grab another gold band. Then just kind of, I don't know how you call this, just kind of wrap it around your fingers once, like that. And then you're going to slide these band we had looped around our hook onto that band, and then reclaim and then you're going to do that 2 more times. One, and then once more. Okay, and then you're gonna chain. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do that again, except this time in your white. That's 1. 2, and 3. Okay. And then we're gonna chain another 3 in white, except we're using 2 bands this time. So you're gonna slide 2 bands through, and then repeat 2 more times using 2 bands. Using 2 more bands, you're gonna slide again. You're gonna chain, and then once more. That. Now you have something that looks like this. You can kind of see this is a bit smaller than this side right here. And then we're gonna chain another 3, going like this again, wrapping around our fingers once, and then chaining, doing that 3 more times. 1, 2, and then 3. So now it looks a bit like that. Looks a bit weird, but it'll come along. You're gonna grab another white band. You're gonna slide it through just normally and do a slip knot. Oh god, my band broke. I pulled it too hard. Gotta quickly put this back on my hook. Yeah. So grab a white band. I'm gonna do a slip knot. There we go. So now you have something that looks a bit like that, and then we're gonna add two more. We're gonna add two more slip knots on the side here to make it easier when we add on to the body. So I'm gonna add another one where we did with the two. We were chaining 3 and we were using 2 bands. I'm going to go right there in the second one and do another slip knot. That. And then I'm going to do another one down here in the gold. That. Okay. And then that's pretty much how you make the hook. And then we would add this on. You would just kind of format it so then it kind of looks like the hook. That. Something like that. But yeah. So now we can move on to the next thing, which is going to be the arms and legs. And I didn't write this down just because it's super simple. But I do have the rest of everything else written down except for this part. But yeah. So for the arms and legs, we're just doing a magic ring of 6 stitches, and they're all going to be in the skin tone color, so that's why I didn't write it down. So I have my 2 legs and then 1 arm. So I'm going to make the other arm with you, and then you would go ahead and pause the video and make the remaining arms and legs you'd have to make. So, get a few bands here. Okay, for your magic ring, if you already know how to make a magic ring, go ahead and skip along. But yeah. So if you don't know how to make a magic ring, you're going to start by wrapping your band around your hook 2 times. So then look like that. Then go ahead and slide a band through that and reclaim. You're going to kind of loop it like that, sort of. If that made sense. You're going to go back into this band here. This little, what is called your cat band. And then you're going to slide a band just through the cat band. And then slide the top loop through the bottom 2 loops. That. Repeat that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now you should have a magic ring of 6 stitches. So count the V shapes here to make sure these V shapes are your stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 here is on your hook. And then I'm going to go ahead and place this on my holding hook with the rest of my arms and legs. And now you're going to go ahead, pause the video, and make the remaining 3 magic rings you have to make for the arms and legs. And then come back when you're done. Body, and we're going to start off by making another magic ring of 6 stitches. So make your magic ring. Okay. So make sure you have your 6 stitches again by counting the little V shapes here on the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 is right here on your hook. And you want to go ahead and grab your C-clip or stitch marker, whatever you're using, and place it on the band that's right here on your hook. Then we can move on to row 2, and for row 2 we're doing an increase around to get to 12 stitches. So for your increase, you want to go into your first stitch right here. You want to slide a band through to do your single crochet, then go back into that same stitch and do another single crochet, and then repeat that again around with the remaining stitches. And at the end you should have 12 stitches. Okay, so I'm gonna put my C-clip on the band that's on my hook right here, and I'm gonna count to make sure I have my 12 stitches. Oh, sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and number 12 again is on your hook. And then moving on to row 3. And for row 3, we're gonna do a single crochet increase around to get to 18 stitches, and we're also gonna be adding in our eyes on stitches 3 and 9. So go ahead and grab your eyes and get those ready. Since I'm using beads, I'm just gonna slide a band through. If you're using safety eyes, you would add those in later, and if you're doing wrap bands, go ahead and get those ready. Band doesn't want to go through. There we go. Okay, so our first stitch is going to be a single crochet. Our second stitch is going to be an increase. And then our third stitch is going to be a single, and we're also going to be adding in our eye. So since it has a bead, you just want to slide it through normally, as if you're doing a normal single crochet, except it just adds a bead. That's the only difference. Hopefully you saw that. And then our fourth stitch is going to be an increase. I don't know why, but my camera is zoomed in. I don't know why it's like that today. Our fifth stitch is going to be a single. Our sixth stitch is going to be an increase. Our seventh stitch is going to be a single. Our eighth stitch is another increase. And then our ninth stitch is going to be another single. We'll be adding in our other eye. And again, you just want to slide it normally. There we go. As if you're doing a normal single crochet. Again, difference is that this one just has a bead in it. Our 10th stitch is going to be an increase. Our 11th stitch is a single. And our 12th stitch is going to be an increase. Okay, so that's the end of row 3, and you want to count to make sure you have 18 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Number 4 here is going to be really tiny. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 is also going to be really tiny, right there. 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 is on your hook. Now for row 4, we're doing single crochet, increase around to get to 24 stitches. And we're also going to be incorporating a bit of black on the last stitch. So I'm just going to get a few black. So you want to start off by doing a single, and then an increase. Oh. My hook does not want to go through the band. There we go. And then your first tiny stitch here, stitch 4, is going to be a single. And then another single, increase. Single, increase, single, single, increase, your next tiny stitch here is also going to be a single, then single, increase. Single, single, and our last stitch is going to be an increase, but we're going to be switching to our black, and on our black stitches we're going to be doing cat band, since he has kind of fluffy hair on the Tsum Tsum. So we're going to be doing cat bands. So start by going with a black band and wrapping it around your hook. Wrapping it around your hook 2 times, kind of like what we had been doing for the magic rings. That, and you're going to go ahead and slide a band through the cat band and then through the stitch, and then I'm just going to do a single crochet. I'm not going to do a slip stitch because then later when we go here it'll be covered. And then I'm going to go back to the same stitch since it's an increase and do another black using my cat bands. And then now it's the end of that's the end of row 4. So go ahead and count to make sure you have 24 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I always make a mistake when counting. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 124 is right here on your hook. And now we can move on to row 5. We're going to do single crochet around in our 24 stitches. And we're going to be doing 14 skin tone and 10 black. And we're also going to be adding in our ears in stitches 5 and 14. And I forgot to have you make those beforehand, but for the ears you're just going to wrap a band around your hook 2 times and then slide a band through. Oop. If it'll go through. There you go. And then that's pretty much about it, and you can just go ahead and take that off your hook and just make another one for the other ear. There you go. So now we can start row 5, and we're still going to be using cat bands on the black black stitches for the hair. So we're going to start off by doing 14 in skin tone. So I am going to do color switch for this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, be adding in my ear. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, and then 14. I'm gonna add my ear, my other ear. Okay. And then moving on to stitch 15, we're going to be switching to our black. And again, you want to make sure you're using your cat bands. So make sure you're wrapping a band around your hook twice and then sliding a band through that, through the stitch. And since we're switching colors, I'm going to make a slip stitch for this one. And then I'm going to continue repeating that, not the slip stitch part, but everything else up until my C-clip. Okay. Okay, so I'm on my last stitch here. Oop. There we go. So now I'm going to move this onto the band that's on my hook right here. So now it looks a bit something like that. Then we're going to do row 6, and row 6 is going to be just single crochet around again, and we're going to be doing 4 black, 9 skin tone, and 11 black. So start by doing your 4 black, and you want to make sure you skip your slip stitch here. So skip this very first one that looks like a stitch, but it really isn't, and then go into this one. Do your first black using your cap bands. So, this is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, okay, and then I'm going to switch to my skin tone and do 9. So I'm going to make my slip stitch. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my black for 11 stitches. Making sure I'm doing my slip stitch right here. Oop. Looks like I only looped it once. That's fine. This takes some time with all these cap bands you have to do. Okay, so finally I finished row 6, and we're going to do row 7, and we're going to do single crochet around, and we're going to do 7 black, 5 skin tone, and 12 black. So we're going to start off with our 7 black. So going into my first stitch, this is 1, oh god, oh, there we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 'There we go. And then I'm going to switch back to my my skin tone for 5 stitches. Slip stitch here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna do my 12 in black. So cap band, making sure I'm doing my slip stitch as well. So I'm switching colors, and then continue doing this until I get to my C-clip. This is gonna take some time. Gotta get some more black. There we go. I wish this didn't take so long. So just finished up row 7 and we're going to do row 8, which again is single crochet around 24 stitches, but we're doing 6 black, 5 skin tone, and 13 black. So start with your 6 black. Remember, you're still using cap bands. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 6. So yeah, 6. And then I'm gonna do the 5 Skintone. So doing my slip stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then switching back to my black here. Another slip stitch. So I finished on my row 8 and I noticed that I wasn't recording to this part, but it doesn't really matter. All I was doing was the single crochet round with my cat bands. So yeah. But now I'm going to move on to row 9, and for row 9 we're doing single crochet around again in our 24 stitches. And this time we're doing 5 black, 4 skin tone. I don't know why I put brown, but it's 4 skin tone and then 15 black. So start with your 5 black here. Oh. Oh, I wasn't even counting. Wow. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there, I got 5. I was not even counting. I thought I was. So now I'm switching to my brown, my skin tone for 4 stitches. 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to switch back to my black. I'm actually going to do one more skin tone. Now I'm going to switch back to my black for the remaining 15 stitches. Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. Make sure you skip your slip stitch there. Oh God, this is hard to wrap. Wow. I'm gonna go tell them to lower the volume. Okay, so there I'm back. Volume's turned down from that TV. But anyway, so that's the end of row 9. And we're gonna quickly go ahead and add the face details, which would just have to be the nose and like the eyebrows. So I'm not really gonna fasten off how you normally would. You can, if you're not sure that your C-clip might fall off while we're putting the nose and the eyebrows, you can just go ahead and go into the next stitch and do a slip knot for now. But since we're only gonna just add eyebrows and a nose, I don't think the C-clip should really fall off. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that out of the way for now. So we're gonna start by making the nose. So you're gonna need 4 bands in your skin tone, of course. And you wanna start by slip knotting 2 bands together. That. Okay. And then you're gonna grab another 2 bands. You're gonna wrap those around your hook once, and then collect, well not collect, but grab all 4 and loop again. Get something like that. And then those 2 bands we slip knotted together. You're gonna use those to slide this onto here, putting it on the middle somewhere. Okay. Slide it towards the middle there. So that's the nose. And I'm gonna place the nose right here on top of the magic ring. So I'm gonna go on the sides here. So 1. No, what am I counting? Slide onto this one. Okay. There we go. So there's the nose. And then I'm just gonna tie it. Okay, so that's that. Now for the eyebrows. For the eyebrows, you're going to need 2 bands per eyebrows. So you really only need 4 bands. So here's you're going to slip knot 2 bands together. And then that's pretty much it for the eyebrows. And then you would just place them where it looks best. So, oh. Okay. So for his eyebrows, I'm going to make him kind of look like, I don't know. I don't really know how I want his eyebrows to look. I'm just going to place them somewhere above the eyes here. So just grab one of these. And then slide it through here. And this one here. That looks good for one. I'm going to do the other one before I tie it off. Do this one. That's how I'm going to put his eyebrows. I got one up here and then one down here. But yeah, you can put the eyebrows however you want them to look on him. Make him look angry, confused. I don't know, however you want. And then I'm just going to go ahead and tie these. For the eyebrows, if you're going to do it like the way I'm doing it, don't try not to tie them super tight. And it kind of makes them super small on the face. Go through. Got it. Small eyebrow. And this one here. Oh no. There it is. Oh god, this is harder than it was last time. What am I doing? Well, hopefully it's not that difficult for you. There we go. Nice and tight. There we go. Not too tight. And I'm just going to pull them out a bit. so you can see them a bit better. There we go. So those are the eyebrows and the nose. That's all we have to add. Now we can continue around some. I think that's good. So if you did a slip knot, temporary slip knot, go ahead and take that off. Since I didn't, I can just start. So we're gonna start. We're gonna do row 10, and we're gonna be switching between our black and our skin tone here. So go ahead and grab your black and skin tone again. So I got my black and my skin tone color, here. I got those two right there. And the reason we're switching between the actual black and the skin tone is because since he kind of has tattoos on him, on his back, we're just switching between the black and skin tone to kind of make his tattoos there. You're also going to need your arms and legs. Not your legs, but your arms. Specifically your arms for this round. So we're going to be doing single crochet around in our 24 stitches, switching between your black and skin tone at random. You don't have to do any slip stitches. But yeah, and we're also going to be adding in our arms in stitches 5 and 10. So follow along. So I'm going to do a slip stitch to change this one here. That's about it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. I'm going to grab my arm here. Oh. And here. This is 5. Yep. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 10. I gotta put the other arm. So on stitch 10, go ahead and grab your other arm and place that one on. And then just finish off doing your single crochet around, switching between your black and skin tone. Okay, that's the end of row 10 there. And now he has his arms attached down there. So now I can move this out of the way. Okay, so now what we're going to do is for rows 11 through 12, we're still doing single crochet around in our 24 stitches. And we're still going to be switching between the black and our skin tone for the 2 rows, 11 and 12. So I'll do a few stitches from row 11 with you, and then you would pause the video, finish off row 11, and do row 12 on your own. Hope that made sense. It did in my mind. Oh. So yeah, like I said, you're gonna finish off row 11 and then do row 12, still switching between your black and your skin tone, and then come back when you're done and we would move on to row 13. Yeah, 13. So yeah, go ahead and do that. So it turns out I was not recording when I was doing row 13 and what we were gonna do for row 13. So sorry about that. But for row 13, all you really did was just do single crochet round in your 24 stitches, just in your skin tone color, and then that was it. So go ahead and quickly do that, and then yeah. So again, sorry about that. I thought I was filming, but turns out I was not. But yeah, now we can move on to the next row, I guess, if you're done with row 13, which is just single crochet round in your 24 stitches, just using skin tone. Yeah. So now we're going to be moving on to row 14. And for row 14, we're doing single crochet round in our 24 stitches, but we're switching to our green here. So get your green. You're doing your darker green if you're using the two greens like I am. So we're doing the darker green, but if you're using the same green, well then just get your green. But yeah. So you're just gonna do 20 single crochet around in your 24 stitches using your green. So slip stitch here. Okay, so that's the end of row 14. Now we're going to move on to row 15, which is again single crochet round using our dark green still, your darker green, and we're going to be needing our legs for this row because we're going to be adding them in stitches 2 and 7. So yeah, this is 1, and this would be 2 here, so I have my first leg here. And I'll place that on. Oh. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7's right here. I'm actually going to put it in stitch 8. Yeah, it looks better in stitch 8 than 7. And then just finish off doing a single crochet to your C-clip or stitch marker. Okay, so that's the end of row 15, and we're gonna quickly add our hook before closing it off. So I'm gonna move this green out of the way because we're not gonna need that green anymore. So move that out of the way there. And then I'm gonna get my hook. Where did my hook go? Oh, here it is. So I got my hook, and then on this one I placed it on the, what side is that? I think that's the right side? Yeah, on the right side. So I'm gonna place it on this side here. And I'm gonna place it right here, like as if he's holding it with his arm. Or with his hand, I mean. So the slip knotted bands that we added here are so we can add it onto his body here. So I'm gonna go in this stitch here, and I'm gonna slide the bottom one with the gold that's on the gold side here, that, and then go into this one, no, this one here, and slide this one. Oh no, that one's coming out. Get back in. Oh no. These bands hate me. No, that's not how I want it. Yeah, so just slide the bands through some stitches, through a stitch each, until you get it how you like it. This is harder than last time. And I'll place the first one over here. So I put mine in a way where it kind of looks like half a heart. If you can see that, like half a heart there. So that's how I put mine. And then I'm going to tie these ones here because they're super close to each other. So I'm going to tie those. And then this one here because it's kind of far. I don't think it'll reach. Yeah, it's kind of far. So this one here, that's kind of far, and I can't tie it. I'm just going to go into a stitch inside the body here. And then I'm just going to fasten it off in here. That. Oh, my little half heart disappeared. There we go. There you go. That's how you add the hook. And that's about it. So now we can switch to our light green and start closing him off. So get your light green now. You don't really need a lot since we're going to start decreasing. So I think that's enough. Okay. So I have my, I'm moving these cards. So I have my light green, my lighter green, and we're moving on to row 16, which is going to be single crochet, decrease, and we're gonna get 18 stitches at the end. So doing a slip stitch here. We don't really have to, but I'm gonna just do it. So one single and another single here, and then for my decrease, I'm gonna grab the bottom one, the bottom loop here of this stitch, and then the top loop of the next stitch, and then just slide a band through like single crochet. So that's my decrease there. Then I'll do single, single, decrease, bottom loop, top loop, and then repeat that all around. Single, single, decrease, single, single, decrease, single, single, decrease, and then yeah, so single, single, and then your last two stitches here, these two, should be used to make a decrease. There we go. That's the end of row 16. And we're going to move on to row 17, which is single crochet decrease around to get to 12 stitches now. So instead of doing 2 singles, you're doing 1 single, skipping your slip stitch if you did one. So now you do 1 single crochet and then a decrease, bottom and top loop, and then repeat that around. God. Ah. And then again, like the last row, your last 2 stitches here should be used to make another decrease. Okay, so now you should have 12 stitches. Yeah, 12. So count those to make sure you have 12 stitches. And we're gonna quickly stuff them up before closing them off completely. So go ahead and grab your stuffing. I'm going to slide this on my hook though. The band that's on your hook, just slide it a bit down or on your hook and get your stuffing. So I got my stuffing and then I'm going to quickly stuff him up here. Stay. And then as you're stuffing him, he's slowly going to start to get his shape. Just don't put too much stuffing, because if you put too much, it's just going to kind of peek through the holes, the tiny holes here. Super tiny, but still, don't put too much stuffing. Okay, so I'm done stuffing my Maui. Hopefully you're done stuffing yours as well. And now we're going to do row 18, which is going to be a decrease all around to get to 6 stitches and pretty much close them off completely. So now you're only doing decreases, no singles at all, just decreases. Okay, and on your last decrease, you're going to want to finish off completely. So slide the band through all the loops on your hook, reclaim, and slip knot. That, making sure it's tight. Move your C-clip or stitch marker. So now you have something like this. You're going to have a little hole there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to slip knot another band onto the band that you just used to close him off. So it's like this. And using this, you're going to go through these 6 stitches here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last one here, 6. And then when you pull on it, it kind of closes it up a bit. Well, not a bit, but it just closes it. Ta-da! So you have something like that, and it's now closed. So then you can just go ahead and hide this slip knot. Go through some stitches in the body, and then just pull it through. Oh, my hook got stuck in some stuffing. Okay, let me push that in a bit. There we go. So now he's stuffed, closed up and everything. So now you're gonna wait. Okay, so I'm moving these bands out of the way real quick. And you want to go ahead and grab your darker green once more. And we're gonna go ahead and add his skirt. Well, not his skirt, but like his leaf skirt. And for that, we're just gonna go from, these scissors are in my way. So we're gonna go from his right foot to his left foot, like that, or left foot to right foot, doesn't really matter. And I think I did 1 row, or about 2 rows, I think. You can make it longer if you want, or shorter, doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go here. So I'm using the second row of the dark green here, where you have the light green and like the dark green right there. Using that row, and I'm gonna start on this side here. I'm going a stitch above the foot here. Actually, yeah. And then I'm gonna do single crochet along this row, going to the other foot. That. I think I'm gonna need to get some more green. Oh. Okay, so I'm almost down to the other side here. And right there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off my hook and then switch it like that. So then I'm gonna be doing it this way. And then I'm gonna do 1 row of just single crochet around. So I'm gonna do single crochet going back to the other leg. I'm at the end of my row here. And then I'm going to swap it again, so now I would be going this way. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do, as we're doing a single crochet, we're going to be chaining one in between the single crochets, and that's so then it kind of gives it a little leaf effect, sort of. I'll show you right now. I'm just getting a bit more green bands because I don't have enough right here. Give me a second. Okay, I think that's enough. Thank you for your patience there. So, as like I said, we're gonna be like chaining one in between, and that's so then it kind of gives it like this little, kind of looks like there's like a little leaf, sort of. Well, to me, it kind of looks like a little leaf, as you can see. That, yeah. So that's what we would do at the end of the skirt. So if the leaf skirt, so if you want the leaf skirt to be a bit longer, go ahead and do more rows of single crochet, and then you would do what I'm about to do. Or if you're going to do the same length at me, then yeah. So the way I did it was I went into my first stitch here, and then I think I chained one. Okay, so yeah. So I'm going to do one single crochet first, and then I'm going to go into the next one here. I'm going to do my single crochet, but then I'm going to chain one here. I'm going to go into the next stitch, do my single crochet. That, I think that's how I did it, or did I chain two? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Or, actually, no, wait. Instead of doing single crochet, I'm gonna slide this loop here onto here. Like that. There we go, that's how I did it. And then I'm gonna do a single crochet. And then I'll do another one. So, I'll do my single crochet. And then, chain one. Here. To the next one. Slide it through the stitch and through the two loops that are on the hook there, and then do two single crochets, or was it one? Oh god, I'm already forgetting. I think it's, yeah, two single crochets, and I'm going to do that again. So then I'm going to go into this stitch here, single crochet plus chain one. Next one, and then single, single, and then do the thing again. So single, chain one, then I'll do my two singles, and then since I'm pretty much at the end here, I'm going to go into here, and then do a slip knot to close this off. Okay, and since you can't really notice these leaves here right now, I'm just going to kind of pull them out a bit so they're a bit more noticeable. Pulling them out. Okay, that, and then if you kind of want more, then you would do them a bit closer. I kind of have the same amount of leaf thingies on this one like I did on my first Maui. But yeah, and then I'm just going to hide this by going on this side of the skirt here, and just sliding it through. This is how I always hide it when I have to do a skirt on something like that. But yeah, that's all we have to do. Yeah. So, put those to the side there. That's about it. So, making sure we don't have to add anything. Looking at this one over here. Okay. But yeah, his hair looks a bit more fluffier. That's alright. They still look cute. But yeah, that's the end of this tutorial. Hopefully you liked the way your Maui came out. If you make them, please tag me on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram in the description below. Please tag me on Instagram so I can see how your Maui came out. I also recently started a TikTok account, so go follow me on there. I'll have that in the description below as well. Yeah. Also, if you haven't done so already, like I said earlier throughout this tutorial, go check out my Pua Zoom Zoom tutorial. I posted it about like 2 weeks ago, I think. 2-3 weeks ago, so go check them out to go with your Maui. You should also check out Olympus the Loomer's Moana Zoom Zoom tutorial to go with the Maui and Pua, and not Jasmine, I mean Honey Loom's Hei Hei tutorial, so they can all go together. That would look so cute. But yeah, so make sure you go check out those other tutorials as well to kind of make your, if you're going for like a little Moana set here, to make it bigger. But yeah, that's overall everything else. So yeah, also give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and make sure to subscribe if you to see more. That made no sense. Make sure to subscribe if you would like to see more of this content here that I post on my channel. Yeah, make sure to go follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. I'll have them in the description below. I already said that. That's all I gotta say now. But yeah, bye. Have a good day or night, wherever you're located from, because everybody's located in a different place. Yeah, so bye-bye. And I'll see you in my next tutorial, or video, if you watch it.